Hello, welcome to another short video with Explore with Michael. Today I've got the good fortune of wandering the streets of the city of Seville, and I came across the plaque which you can see behind me. I hope you can make it out. It's actually to Miguel De Cervantes. I almost said Don Quixote, but of course Miguel De Cervantes, he's the Shakespeare of the Spanish language, and he gave us the wonderful hero Don Quixote. Now this plaque is not here because Cervantes was born here or he died here. He's actually buried in Madrid. And to be honest with you, I don't know why the plaque is there. It's actually in Spanish. But what I do know is that Cervantes worked in Seville and he was actually imprisoned here in Seville. But let me just give you a quick summary of his life, what I know at least. Thank you. Cervantes was born in Spain, and in his youth he became a soldier, and he was very seriously injured, and he lost the use of his left arm. But despite his disability, he carried on in military service for a number of years until he was actually captured by the Barbary corsairs, the Turks. And he was imprisoned in Algeria for a number of years until he was ransomed. When he was ransomed, he came here and he worked, as I said, as an accountant, tax collector. And here he was imprisoned for tax irregularities. So the scene in the film, The Man of La Mancha, where, well actually Don Quixote, no, it's not Don Quixote, where Cervantes himself descends into the dungeon, you know, this actually really happened. Actually, it means a lot to me because in my youth in the 60s, the great film The Man of La Mancha came out, and it really seized my imagination. It's a real inspiration, the story. And of course, Don Quixote sees himself as a romantic figure, a knight, despite his age and feebleness. And in his travels, he meets a prostitute in an inn. But in his eyes, he idolizes her, and she is his lady, full of virtue and so forth. And his belief in her transmutes, and she gets belief in herself and finds redemption in this. Great film, wonderful film. And of course there's a song in To Dream the Impossible Dream. I don't know how much of the song was sung by Peter O'Toole, but the last word went on for about 10 seconds. It was really very, very lovely. Peter O'Toole, he actually walked the streets of Seville because part of the film Lawrence of Arabia was filmed here in Seville, so he knew these streets very well. But the film that I really love him for is the film Venus, written by Hanif Qureshi. And in this film he plays an aging actor. It's a swan song of his, actually. And he buddies up with, I can't remember his name, another great, I'm saying Leslie Thomas, but I'm not sure. And actually in the film at one point, they go into St. Paul's Church in Covent Garden, the Actors' Church. And they look at all the plaques of the famous actors who've passed away. And actually I'm just thinking, there must be a plaque there of Peter O'Toole. If there isn't, it deserves to be there. But in this film, he plays the kind of a Don Quixote character in a funny way, because he's an aging actor suffering from prostate cancer, dying effectively, and he has a terrible crush on a young girl, and whereas he's educated and sophisticated, she's uneducated and promiscuous. And he actually takes her to the art gallery and he shows her a painting of Venus, and he calls her Venus, and this is why it's the name of the film. And he shows her a side of herself that she was unaware of. And you know, the initial films and the story of Don Quixote kind of go back to my youth, and it also makes me think. Cervantes, there's a rumor that he was actually what's called a new Christian, in that his family were actually Jewish, and they were obliged to convert to Christianity. So perhaps with the fresh eyes, he was able to look at the story in the gospel where the fallen woman, she washes the feet of Christ with her tears and dries his feet with her hair. And but this is in my imagination, make of it what you will. This is an impromptu video, and it just I just feel lucky to have stumbled across this, and I wanted to share it with you. So anyway, I shall leave you on that note, and I hope to make some more videos of my travels. Thank you very much. Thank you.